Hey guys, we're back with everyone's favorite visual novel. I should have had Umi and Echo up. I just switched to that. We're here with the fourth annual HorseyEatYou stay up all night play the House of Fata Morgana week. Just so happens it's consecutive week. Like last week I had the third one, now we have the fourth one. So I only have 2 days to do this, and I have like a bunch of homework and stuff due tomorrow, and it's midnight, and I have class at 10 a.m. My sleep schedule's all off, and like, but you know why is my mic so low? Well, bring that back up. Oh, I hope that didn't. Oh, I recorded a video. Hold on. Is the Gatling less powerful? Okay, no, it's still fine. Okay. Luckily I caught that before I recorded anything. Okay. So, we're on door 3. Tonight my goal is to get to a point where I can finish door 3 tomorrow and continue on to door 4 if I want. So, just record like an hour or two and I'm probably good. I'm not sure how to feel about door 3 yet. Like, with door 1 and door 2, immediately you kind of knew what direction it was going. Like door 1, you know, incest. Immediately, that's what it was. And then door 2, you're kind of like, okay, this is gonna be like a horror, like, identity thing. And this one, like, I don't know, this is... I mean, it's gonna be about their relationship, but I mean, I'm not sure how it will be, you know? Anyway, this is something that actually happened to another maid. It's called Ghost Story, so... She heard a sound in the middle of the night. A sound like dripping water. At first, she thought it was raining. So she looked through the window and there wasn't a cloud in the sky to cover the stars. Maybe it was a faucet, she thought. So she stepped out of her room and into the corridor. Compared to her room, it was unearthly chilly. The maid regretted not bringing something to cover herself with. But that didn't make any sense. Normally, the temperature wasn't that much colder outside her room. Her night clothes had always been more than enough for a trip to the lavatory. Lavatory? I think it's a magmatory, actually. It's underground. Wondering what the reason could be, she made her way towards the sound, but then she realized something. There were no faucets in the direction she was going! Rather, she was headed towards a hall. The mansion where she served had many halls, but this one was in a far-off corner of the house, the least used hall of them all. It had a high roof, but not a lot of space, so it was difficult to make good use of. It also had a somewhat heavy air to it, a very curious room. It's the kind of place you might assign someone to clean as part of their hazing. Anyway, when the maid realized that the sound was coming from that particular hall, she, as you might expect, let out an uncomfortable sigh. But there might be a leak, and having noticed, she couldn't simply ignore it, you know? I assume this is, I think her name's Maria talking. So, as much as she hesitated, she pushed open the doors to the hall. There's nobody there, and it didn't look like anything was leaking either. There are no puddles or water stains anywhere to be found. Every time there's a ghost story in a visual novel, which is like never, I always think of Fate Hollow Ataraxia, because that's how it opens up. With like a 10-20 minute long ghost story. I'm just like, I want to play Fate Hollow Ataraxia. But you can still hear the sound. Drip, drip, getting louder and louder. I think that ghost story actually is the story of a character from Fate Strange Fake, I think. The what's her name? Ayaka? The Fate prototype girl. Oh no, I'm getting into Nasuve's story. Quick stop. Slowly stepping further into the room, looking left, then right, then left again, she searched for the source of the sound. Coming to a stop in the center of the hall. She stood there still, quiet, and then a chilly spot on the nape of her neck. With a little yelp, she reached back to feel her neck, but it wasn't white. Confused, she slowly, warily tilted her head backwards. Ah! There hung a bloody skeleton from the ceiling! Ah! Oh, Jacopo, yeah. Oh. Yeah! Wow, that's rich. Amazing. Oh my god, you scream like a little girl. Like, do people get scared by ghost stories? Like, I'll admit I've never, like, hung around a campfire with, you know, flashlights and stuff. But, like, because, you know, I don't have any friends, but that's besides the point. Like, But I guess I do get scared by scary stories online. But I mean, all these stories are just like, oh, and then a skeleton bursts out from the ceiling. Like, I don't know, that's pretty boring. Maria, you little... My god, are you men or children? This is my house, and I'd rather you didn't talk about it like that. Whose words were those again? Shut your mouth. How do you know about that? Were you eavesdropping? And another thing, I do not care for this sort of stupid, fantastical tales you women so love to pass around. Yeah, because he's scared of them. Is they scare you? You've never been able to handle anything scary, Jacopo. Jacopo, right? That's how you say it? Yeah. What if I go through this whole door mispronouncing his name? Well, I mean, I've played through entire visual novels mispronouncing people's names. Won't be the first time. Grrr. Whoa, don't glare at me like that. You're gonna destroy my signs. Exclamation. So, did you come here for the sole purpose of telling me that cheap tripe? Acting tough after the fact just makes you look like twice as much of a wuss. Well, I mean, I did make up a good half of it, but the maid really did hear a sound in the middle of the night. And I came from the back hall of this very mansion. Did you know they say it used to be a chapel? Who says that? Again, I have no interest in you woman's little ghost stories. In you woman's. Is that so? You sure you're not just scared? Maria! Well, that said, the rumors aren't completely unfounded. This is a pretty old mansion, and it's had a lot of work done on it. Kinda feels like it's barely holding itself together. Like a big old quilt with pieces from all different time periods. She just described the story! It's meta! The back hall is one of the oldest patches. There's a huge window on the far end, and supposedly, there used to be stained glass in it. Oh, right, we saw that with that little mirror scene. There's a depiction of an archangel, they say. Such a shame. Wondering when it was broken. Michael is the name of an angel, isn't it? Maybe. If it was still there, I'd bet it would be worth a fortune. Find that hard to believe. First of all, why would anyone put a chapel inside a mansion? You got a point, I guess. Now how about you do some actual work instead of distracting yourself with all this nonsense? I do work. But, the other maids can be a bit nasty, you know? Dealing with other women is like walking in glass. Am I to blame for that? What if I said you were? Don't give me that look. It's just not fond of me, simple as that. Nothing you can do about it. Is that so? Why does he like this maid more than his wife? Like, I mean, I guess, you know, it was arranged marriage. That's, I mean, but still, like, I mean, white-haired girl is pure and perfect. Until we get later on when it's revealed she's not pure and perfect. But, oh yeah, I was talking to the madam, and she was telling me you used to be quite the gentleman. Were you perhaps actually in love back then? Sure don't act like it, so it's easy to miss, but I guess you're not entirely made out of steel. Just like when you were younger, you're still... Do not speak of that. Past is not worth remembering. It's unnecessary. How long has it been since then? Did it say last time? I forget. So to you, the past exists just to be cast aside? It's not important. You don't want me to talk about it, I won't talk about it. But your wife... Never mind. I'll leave you be. Did I miss a line? No. I have to get back to work soon, or I'll be staring down the headmaid's arctic smile. Alright. I assume she just referenced the maid, so my theory of the maid doesn't actually exist is kind of not working. I mean, it never really worked to begin with, but I mean, if the fancy strikes me, I'll drop by and we could trade more ghost stories. Maria? What? No ghost stories? No, not that. We're not forgotten those days. But, no, it's... I'll be off then. Alright. Fancy strikes, you drop by and we can trade something other than ghost stories. Is he implying lewd things? What'd I tell you? I'll consider it. Goodbye. Oh, he's got the cool pose with the hat. That's pretty cool. God dang it. Can't escape anything. Now they've grown to be so beautiful. Is this the rose garden? They're white. It's your prize. The scene name. Such a wonderful fragrance. The scent of roses is so calming. Wonder why that is. I have a feeling we'll be getting another character up soon. Filled by the spooky music. Would it cause any trouble if I picked one? Oh no, it's just the maid. Why, hello there. Out for a midnight stroll, are you? Quite the peculiar hobby. Madam? But you say that in quotations. I cannot spend as much time as I'd like outside during the day, so I end up coming out at night. I apologize if I startled you. Right, because of the sunlight. I'm like gesturing the light coming, but it's a lot faster than the mouse is showing. Slightly faster. Oh no, not at all. There's a chilling, captivating beauty to the sight of your snow-white form standing there in the moonlit garden. I'd hardly... what are you doing out so late? I saw a figure through the window. The slight chance it might be a burglar, that it my responsibility to ensure they did not break in. It was also the middle of the night when the grocery servant broke into their safe. Usually that spread quite far. I'm sure you would have heard about it. Oh, but... That's not... Gamash was imprisoned some time ago. Dear me, cannot seem to get my head out of the past. She's totally referencing a past character that we just haven't seen yet. Well, I don't think there's a character named Gamash. Do you intend to give that white rose to someone? Yes. I was thinking about giving it to my husband. While I expect he has a little fondness for such feminine tastes, the scent of flowers has a truly calming effect. You might find it relaxing when he needs a reprieve from his work. It's reprieve, right? Not reprieve. Oh, is that so? You're very kind-hearted. Speaking of white roses, I think it actually is reprieve. I'm just stupid. The rose he meant to give you was of the same shade of white. Oh? He? When you touched it, it turned a deep shade of red. Maid? What are you doing? Maid? You're screwing with the narrative. They're supposed to be self-contained. There's but a single white rose in the garden, so he was unable to give it to you as he had wished. In its place, he had a decorative rose fashioned for you. What exactly are you referring to? Oh dear, do you not remember? Then am I to assume you've forgotten what happened to the rose accessory as well? He is unable to give that to you either. Well, that time, because you rejected the gift. I'm not criticizing you for that decision, of course. You had a perfectly good reason for not accepting it. Maid, what are you doing? Are we gonna get a cool scene where she remembers everything? That she's like, I see it! And then she points out the mastermind that's... I want to make a Danganronpa spoiler. She's like, it's you! The mastermind in all the Danganronpa games! Heartbroken from having lost you, we buried the rose in this garden. Over the years, the roses in the garden... Oh! So, now... Mel, remember he had that rose accessory fashion for the white-haired girl near the end of door 1, but she didn't accept it because, you know. So he buried it, and the beast stuck it up in door 2. Didn't they say? Did she say it looked like a cheap accessory though? I thought he spent a fair bit of money on it. Maybe I'm misremembering. Over the years, the roses in the gardens withered away, and in their place grew a thick, unsightly nest of weeds. Many, many years later, that accessory was struck up by a beast. But curiously enough, it had not a speck of rust on it. A beast? You do not remember him either? The foreign man who, through his interaction with you, almost regained his humanity. I'm sorry. I have no idea who you speak of. Of what you speak of. The only gift I've ever received from my man is my Fennekiss wheel. Furthermore, I've only lived in this mansion for a year. Oh! It's only been a year. While the garden was not as thriving as it is now, it was certainly not in ruins when I arrived. So I've been taking care of it, yes. But for whatever reason, by my hands alone, I was unable to make it into anything quite as splendid as it is now. Once you arrived and began to work on it, however, just look around. You restored it to its former glory, to the magnificence of the flaxen-haired family's time. Promise I'm not trying to fault you for anything. Now that I think about it makes sense you will not remember. Though you are still you, you're different than before. Different? Though not in the sense that you're a wholly distinct person. Tell me, is your name... What, you don't know that... Her name? Like, she's only been living here for a year now, you know? She's got it like, you know, your, well, I mean, Jacopo... Well, you called her Madam, like... She's basically your master, right? Like, I mean, Jacopo is too, but, like, she still is. My name is blank, yes, but you should already know that. Again? Real proof that you are indeed you. Do you know that your current name is pronounced the same as the name of the person you're waiting for? What are you talking about? I've met you many times and know of your past, of events that transpired long, long ago. Yeah, so this confirms my feeling that I think I know what her name is. Although, the same pronunciation, that would mean... Need to look something up. You guys stay there. It's a French name. Okay. I'm not sure. Pronounce. Well, if I look at that, you guys will know, and it could possibly spoil you. I'll look it up afterwards. Telling you the truth, I first came to this mansion just a year ago. Till then, I had never left my country or even set foot out of my own house. We did not have any servants either. So where, then, are you saying we met? This mansion, of course. But I'm telling the truth. It was a year ago, shortly after my parents fell ill, I received an offer for my marriage. I knew something had to be done. I knew it, and so I'm telling the truth. That's what you remember, then I do not doubt you. But I also suspect I know why you seem so flustered. Are there moments when your memories seem hazy? When it seems like important details have fallen through the cracks? You need it, Fret. One day, eventually, you shall remember all. One day. Which still hasn't happened in present day. Which, I don't actually know when present day is, but... Like, we could assume it's, you know, 20... When did this game come out? Like, 15? 14? Or it could be, like, you know, 19 something. It could be year 1. Like, you know, timeline shenanigans. What the heck is this? A white rose. Did she leave this here? A flower? What does she think she's doing? She's trying to aggravate me? That garden. That dang rose garden is the whole problem. Flowers serve no purpose but to deceive. That garden is a sign of weakness. There's no place in this house. Jacopo, don't do anything stupid. Her sanctuary, shattered. Yep, this isn't... I have a feeling I know it's gonna happen. Approximately a week had passed since then. The white-haired girl was, as usual, spending her time in her room, reading, staying inside the house. Then Maria barged in. Madam! Oh my, you're out of breath. What happened? What happened is we have a big problem. The garden. The rose garden. The garden? All the roses you put so much love and care into growing are being chopped down. We'll lose them all if we don't hurry. Like, a gas flick? Upon hearing the news, the white-haired girl dashed from her room and towards the garden, the Maria following close behind. When she arrived, she saw a dozen or so sweaty, rugged men at work. Jacopo shouting orders. The men clearly had no concept of how much a single flower is worth, no concern whatsoever for their beauty. for they most mercilessly, thoughtlessly hacked away at the shrubs like they were not but weeds. Each flower they tore from the earth extinguished another of the many lives the white-haired girl put so much time and effort into tending for. This guy is worse than Kanata. It's a Little Busters reference. Kanata killed the bench! Jacopo, what are you... Oh, hello, Maria. I didn't expect you would come with her. Why? What do you do? Why? It goes without saying. This has no need of a garden. Dang flowers have no place here. Might as well do something worthwhile with the soil. Miniature railroad would be a better use of the space. Certainly a great deal easier on the eyes. Could even get my hands on some genuine wheels. The same wheels being used on the revolutionary transcontinental railroad. Man, this guy really likes railroads. 10 or 20 years down the line, they'll be worth a fortune. Jacopo. You know how much this garden meant to me, don't you? The tense there is weird. So you know how much this garden meant to me, don't you? Like, it makes sense, but... You know how much this garden meant to me, didn't you? Or is that one? I don't know if that's weird or not. Did it honestly have no place here? Flowers have a calming effect on people. They give you peace. They are not by any means worthless. So you're saying that white rose are your passive-aggressive way of telling me to calm down? Not at all. I simply thought you... At the end of the day, you're just using them for your own purposes. To trick and deceive. To you, this rose garden was nothing but... Jacopo! You've gone too far. This isn't right. Gone too far? This is my mansion. What I do with my property is my business. Without your rose arc out of the picture, we'll have a much better view. There won't be anything blocking the sun any longer. Weren't you supposed to be sensitive to sunlight? Spend too much time out here and you're liable to fall ill. Get back inside now. You too, Maria. I hate this guy. Within like, well, how far into this are we? Like, over an hour, I think, right? Hold on. 39, 30. Yeah, we're over, like 90 minutes into this, and I already hate a guy with all my guts. Depressive. Poor thing, though she did not say a word, was surely thinking. Are you truly that determined to rob me of my sanctuary? The words twirled around in her head, unable to make the final journey to her lips. She stood there, looking down at her own feet as her husband marched off, and listened to the screams of the roses being reaped. After being torn down by Jacopo, the garden reverted to a state of ruined desolation. A shame, after all the work that went into restoring it to the beauty it had under the flaxen-haired family. And as Jacopo had said, in its place were scraps of metals, train wheels, prototype models, carbon rods. These items may have had value for him, but I certainly do not think it was worth robbing his wife of a place that made her feel comfortable, just so he could store them there. Besides, I was rather fond of the rose garden myself. The roses seemed to invoke a sense of nostalgia in me. Felt as though, somewhere far beyond the edges of my memory, I'd seen another garden of roses, modest though it may have been. But I cannot remember when it was. I assume that's the 4th door? Or, I don't know if there's more than 4 doors. There might be. Does that come to us as a surprise to you? Quite sure there are periods in the mansion's history of which I'm not aware. But in any case, Jacopo had caused many people great pain in order to repurpose that garden for himself. And he continued to walk all over his wife. Whenever she tried to do something kind for him, he'd brush her off by saying, "That's not your place." He paid no mind whatsoever to the looks of dejection that rose to her face every time he rejected her. I was beginning to wonder if actually she had said anything about the man who had been a year earlier was actually true. I butchered that sentence, but you get it. If it was true, could a person really go through such a drastic change of heart in such a short time? What do you think, Master? No, I've spoken enough about me already. I seem to be talking a lot about myself this time. That's hardly appropriate behavior for a maid. No. Please, continue. Now let us return to our tale. Man, the songs of this era are awesome. Well, this door, I guess, but era makes sense too. That evening, the white-haired girl sat in her room, staring sorrowfully at her Fennekiss wheel. A small mirror before her, she tried spinning the paper disc. But it's just not the same as before. Her husband was not there at her side, and even more critically, there's not a smile on her face. And then she heard a faint knock on the door. Who is it? It's me, madam, it's me. May I come in? Oh, Maria. Of course, come in. What are you doing here at this time of night? Just wondering how you were doing. Should I have left you alone? Oh, it's no trouble at all. I'm always glad to have you. You're making me blush, madam. I got the feeling you're a little down in the dumps. So I'm not here because I need to be. I just kind of ended up here, I guess. Maria? Sorry, I'm not making any sense. You can be a bit of a busybody, you know? Trouble with boundaries, I guess. Never been able to fix that. No, I don't consider you intrusive at all. Cannot count how many times your bright smile and cheerful energy have shone a light on me when things were dark. If I didn't have you, I would have given up already. You seem to see right through me. Even now, you're exactly right. Feeling a little dispirited. That garden was an even bigger life raft than I thought. Perhaps I'm a bit overly dramatic, but the roses were almost like children to me. I get it, I do. Put your heart and soul into tending that garden. It's obvious how much you love them. Of course it's gonna hurt, watching a bunch of men stomp all over your flowers when you cared for them like your own children. Now I know I said this once already, but you don't need to force yourself to put up with them, really. You don't have to bend to his will just because you're a woman. You can survive without him. Now, this scene of her bringing up you can get a divorce can be interpreted a bit differently if you assume that Maria and Jacopo are like having, well, is it called having an affair, or if it's, is it her and Jacopo having an affair, or the white-haired girl and Jacopo having an affair? You get what I mean. If you assume they're in a is illicit the right word, relationship? I don't think she's acting out of maliciousness, Maria, but I still am going to keep that angle in mind. Anytime you want to walk away, that's your choice. I mean, I'd sure be lonely if you left, madam. But your happiness is more important than any of that. So, you know? Thank you, Maria. I truly do appreciate it. But I would still like to wait for the day I can see his warm smile once more. If you say so. Well, in that case, guess I have to be there to back you up. Oh, it'll be alright. You leave everything to this holy virgin. I'll have a stupid grin on my face no matter how down you're feeling. You really are the reincarnation of the Mother of God, aren't you? Oh, you? I told you, it's just a joke. And whatever. Say, madam, how about a dance? A dance? At this time of night? Yep, and since it's so late, no loud music. All you get is a little whistling courtesy of me. But this room is too small for it. What if we assume Maria is after the white-haired girl instead? And she's trying to get Jacopo and her to break up so she can have her to herself? I've seen the truth. We'll use the Great Hall. Wouldn't that put us in everyone else's way? You'd probably complain about the noise too. No need to worry. Jacopo's out inspecting some factory or something today. After that he's got a meeting, so we'll be staying the night elsewhere. The rest of the maids are in their room chatting away. I need a cough, I'll mute my mic. Okay. No one will notice. Where I come from, we dance all the time. We take, eat, drink, and be merry to heart. No food or drink for us, but we absolutely can dance. Dancing's a great way to forget all your cares. Not much of a dancer. No big deal, nobody's watching. Come on, put on a little fancy perfume and let's have some fun. I don't know why, I just hate dance scenes in any sort of media. Well, mainly like books and stuff. Like, I actually go out and search for books with dance scenes just so I can tear those pages out of books and just like throw them in a collection of like a trash bin that I labeled trash, but it's actually dance scenes in books. Don't have any perfume though. Didn't think so. You've got all the right ingredients, madam, but you don't need to make anything special out of them. Got so much potential, but not even a decent-sized wardrobe. At the very least, you should wear some perfume. Which is why, ta-da! Brought some with me. The maids are in love with the stuff. It's a big hit with women all over the country. The base is vanilla. It's got several other fragrances mixed in. Like rose? Give it a try, it smells divine. But, Maria, come on, what's the harm? Just a little splash on your wrist, like so. What do you think? Ah. You're right, it smells wonderful. Doesn't it? So you like it? Yes, very much so. Excellent. Now off we go, to the Great Hall. Are we really going to dance? You bet your butt we are. It's not healthy to hole up in your room all day. No, you can't handle a lot of sunlight, but you're still gonna have some fun and move your body. Come on, let's go. Oh, Maria. New scene, shall we dance? That's 30 minutes. And a new scene. So I can save the torment of having to get a dance scene for next time. Got it. Oh, did I? Oh, I accidentally saved on the last. Whoops. Saved on my choice saves. Oh well. So I'll see you guys next time with some more House and Fata Morgana. Still not really sure which direction this door is heading. Kind of looks like it's gonna be like a. I won't really call it a love triangle. That's not my first word for it, but you kind of get what I mean if you say that. So I'll just say that. I'll see you guys next time for then. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye.